Picture this. You're standing on the flight deck of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, far from land, so far that the ocean no longer feels like a border, but instead it feels like its own world. The deck stretches out in front of you, its steel warmed by the sun, vibrating almost imperceptibly with the energy of the nuclear reactor deep below. Around you, fighters sit at the ready. Somewhere beneath your feet, thousands of people are working, sleeping, and planning. Above you, the sound of wind and distant machinery blends into a low, constant hum. You're not alone out here. Over the horizon, destroyers trace wide arcs through the water. Cruisers hold station. Submarines that you will never see move silently beneath the surface. Satellites pass overhead, unseen, but always present. This is a strike group, an entire system designed to exist, endure, and project power thousands of miles from home. You're supposed to feel secure, but then the message comes: inbound drones. Not a handful, not a dozen, thousands. Small, cheap, disposable, networked. They don't look like the threats people used to imagine. No towering missiles, no dramatic silhouettes, just swarms of machines, each insignificant on its own, but moving together with unsettling purpose as a swarm. And in that moment, something changes. Because you've heard this story before. You've read the posts, you've seen the threads, the think pieces, the debates. This, this is supposed to be the moment that proves it. That the aircraft carrier, the symbol of 20th century power, has finally met its end. That cost has beaten capability. That quantity has overwhelmed quality. For a brief second, the argument feels convincing. But that feeling, the fear in that moment, is built on a misunderstanding, a very modern misunderstanding. The idea that aircraft carriers are just very expensive targets. They are not. An aircraft carrier was never designed to be invincible. It was designed to be useful. Useful across time, across distance, and across uncertainty. People often talk about aircraft carriers as weapons, but that's the wrong category entirely. A carrier is not a missile. It is not a tank. It is not even a ship, at least not in the way most people understand ships. It's a mobile airbase, a logistics hub, a command center, a floating piece of sovereign territory that does not need permission to exist where it operates. It is an ecosystem, and ecosystems don't survive by being impossible to harm. They survive by adapting. The mistake in the drone swarm argument is not in recognizing the vulnerability of aircraft carriers. Vulnerability exists in every domain of warfare. The mistake is imagining the carrier alone, isolated, static, waiting patiently to be overwhelmed. That version of the carrier exists only in PowerPoint slides and social media hypotheticals. In reality, the carrier is never the first thing you fight, it is the last. Before anything reaches the ship, it must move through layers of detection, disruption, deception, and defense across sea, air, space, and electronics. And none of those layers belong to a single platform, they belong to the system. And this is why counting drones misses the point. If war were simply a matter of cost per unit, no nation would build complex machines at all. We would fight with spreadsheets instead of strategy. But power has never been about winning individual exchanges. It has always been about shaping the environment in which exchanges happen. Cheap drones are real, they are effective, and they are changing how wars are fought. But they excel at denial, not replacement. They can harass, they can saturate, they can force adaptation. What they cannot do on their own is replace sustained air power, persistent presence, global reach, command integration, and escalation control. Aircraft carriers are not answers to every problem, they never were. They are answers to a specific question: how do you project power and flexibility continuously in a place where you don't control the land? And that question has not gone away. And when people claim that carriers are obsolete, there's a question that they rarely answer in return. If not carriers, then what? What replaces months of sustained air operations at sea? What replaces rapid crisis response without foreign basing rights? What replaces the ability to show up, stay, and adapt as conditions change? Not in theory, but in practice. The image of thousands of drones racing toward a carrier is dramatic, and drama is persuasive. But it is also incomplete. It captures a single instant and mistakes it for the whole war. Aircraft carriers were never built for moments, they were built for duration, for persistence, for uncertainty. Cheap drones don't make aircraft carriers obsolete. They remind us that the future of warfare, like the past, is not about silver bullets, it's about systems.